Hello everyone. Good morning,
Hello.
good afternoon, good evening. Skanda, Chaitanya, Vihan, Manash.
Good
Very,
evening.
very good morning and good evening. How are you? Who else we have? We have Chaitanya, Aditya, Skanda, Vihan, Aditya, Chaitanya, and Panash. Okay. Very, very good evening. And how all of you? What are you
Yes,
eating? Skanda, what are you
yes,
eating?
says Aditya finally got out from Saudi Arabia.
I don't know. Aditya is there. You can ask him. So Aditya, what is Skanda asking you? Got out of Saudi Arabia means what?
Go out of Saudi Arabia. I'm not even in Saudi Arabia.
You were near Qatar, right?
Yeah, I'm near Qatar.
Which country are you in, Aditya? I forgot.
UAE, sir.
United Arab Emirates. Okay. So,
Right here is
but UAE and Saudi Arabia are very nearby, correct?
yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
And Qatar is also very nearby. Good.
Qatar is closest based on where Aditya is living.
Is it?
It is a border country.
Yes, yes. So, Skanda,
Where are you in Aditya? In UAE?
What?
he is in UAE. Which city?
Which city?
Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi.
Abu Dhabi. He is in Abu Dhabi. Okay. Skanda, what are you eating? What plant you are eating? Looks like you're eating some plant. Right, Vihan?
Yes, Tulsi, sir.
Tulsi. Okay. Vihan, how are you?
Good and tired.
So, it's early morning for Vihan, correct?
Based on now, sir, it should be about 6 of 6, 12 in the morning. And
Vihan, what's the time?
6:30.
See, 6:30, Skanda, it's too early. Okay, so let's start. Today we are going to start geometry. Now, how many know what is geometry? Who will tell me what is geometry? Yes, Skanda, yes, Aditya, yes, Vihan. One by one.
Sir, geometry is shapes, sir. All
Shapes.
kinds of shapes. You can.
Aditya, what is your understanding?
Sir, geometry is a lesson based on shapes, symmetry, non-symmetrical objects, and all.
Okay, Vihan.
Perimeters, areas.
Okay, okay.
For me, it's mostly I think about shapes like 3D, 4D, 2D, or
Okay,
1D.
okay. Chaitanya,
Like a
what do you
pyramid.
think? Panash, what do you think? Chaitanya, first you.
Sir, I think it can be help in basic geometrical concept, and in geometry we should make a photo of the thing that we should make.
Okay, okay. So Panash is joining again. So let Panash join and then Panash will explain his view what is geometry. So a lot of you talked about, somebody talked about 2D, 3D, somebody talked shapes, somebody talked sizes, somebody talked symmetry, somebody talked unsymmetry, non-symmetry, somebody talked about drawing. We'll talk about that. Panash, are you able to hear us? Unmute Panash.
Yes, before
Well,
my computer just stopped working, so I just restarted
that's
it.
right. So welcome back, Panash. I was asking the question, everybody had explained in their own way. What do you mean by geometry? You tell me, what do you mean by geometry?
Geometry is making different figures and making symmetric things.
Symmetric. So some of you have used symmetry as a word. So I'll tell you what is geometry. All of you are almost correct in their own ways. Let me tell you what is geometry. Geometry is made up of two words. Metry. Metry means measurement. Okay.
So geo-measurement?
Wait. Metry means measurement. Trigonometry, geometry, telemetry. Metry means measurement. Geo means geographical objects, geographical solids figure. All objects or items, you try to measure shape, size, dimension. You try to measure area, volume, surface areas, perimeters. But when you start measuring those volumes and surface area, we call it mensuration, which is separate. What you're going to about basic geometry means measurement of sizes and shapes of geographical object called geometry, right? All of you are right here. So geometry. Now, can you tell me how many different shapes you can tell me in different? Everybody tell me two shapes. I want to check mathematical names. We start first with Vihan. Tell me any two shapes you know.
Pyramid and sphere.
Pyramid, sphere. Tell me, Skanda, two shapes. You cannot repeat any of these guys, okay?
Sir, cuboid. And sir, triangular prism.
Say only one triangle. Chaitanya, two shapes.
Sir, hexa and or hecta and pentagon.
Aditya, tell me two shapes.
Hectagon and decagon. Hectagon.
Heptagon.
Heptagon.
Tell me, who will tell me? Panache.
Cube
Can
and
I get this, Tulsi?
rectangle.
Very good. Anybody know any more shapes? Anybody?
I know, sir.
Tell me, Skanda, one more.
Square, sir, square.
Square. Vihan, one more.
A cylinder.
Cylinder. Aditya.
Sir, can we say prism?
Tell me, Aditya. Tell me, Vihan. Aditya, unmute and tell, please.
Yes, sir.
What other shapes? Vihan, any other shapes?
I can only think of prism.
What
Circle.
about circle?
Sir,
I said
nectagon.
What
circle.
about trapezium?
Sir, nectagon.
What about?
Trapezoid.
What
I knew
about-
the word. I knew the word
Kite.
trapezium.
Okay.
Sir,
Sir, kite.
Kite.
what about sir, diamond, sir?
There are too many, right?
Sir, what about
Wait, what about
hexagonal
trapezoid?
hexagonal prism?
We wrote already those, Kanda.
The hexagonal prism is not answered.
Hexagon is
Yes.
there, prism is there, everything is there.
Hexagon is under triangle and prism is under
So there
cylinder.
are a lot of different shapes. But we have, yes, please, Vihan.
Trapezoid.
Trapezoid. And there are many more. The reason is why we are doing this because it is a geometry all around us. If you see in your room itself, Aditya, Kanda, you all find different type of shapes. Now these all shapes will be of different sizes, patterns, lines, and we can say different dimensions. What do you mean by dimension? Achha, when we say 2D, 3D, 4D, 5D, 1D, what does mean D means here? Divyam, what do you think about what does mean?
So, so like 2D's, there are different dimensions.
D means
So
dimension,
2D's
correct?
flat. So 2D's flat, and then 3D's, 3D is like what you would see in real life.
What do you see in? What did you say last, Divyam?
3D.
So I'll explain what the dimension means. Correct. Divyam, so there are many dimensions. Yes, Vihan. What do you want to say?
One dimensional equals just like a straight line, and
So that's very important because some of you would have seen 2D movies, 3D movies, even 5D movies or 7D movies, right?
I've seen
Anybody
a
want,
movie.
anybody want to tell me, any one of you, what is 5D and 7D movies? What difference? Who want to tell me? Yes, Chaitanya.
Sir, I know.
Tell me, Chaitanya, what do you want to say? What do you want to say?
Sir, there is very feature. I saw a 90 movie where is a 3D there is a sprinkling of water and smoke, and there is sprinkling of light and so much things.
So I'll explain this all from a geometrical perspective, okay? First of all, D means dimension, right? Yes. Aditya, no, I'll speak, everybody with me, just listen. So D means dimension. Dimension means what? For example, 1D means one dimension, means any one dimension, like it can have length or breadth or width or height or something. So let's say we start with first dimension, one dimension length. What are the examples of one dimension thing? Line. Now, can you tell me, before you go to anything else, can you tell me real life examples of one dimension objects in your real life? Tell me. How many can you tell me? Yes, Divyam, Skanda, tell me. Real life objects in your one dimension. Tell me, Skanda.
Well, Divyam, start first.
Yes, Skanda.
Well, sir, I said Divyam start first.
Yes, Divyam, tell me.
So tiny strips of paper.
Tiny strips of paper is not one dimension. Skanda, you tell me. I'll explain. Vihan, I'm coming to you.
Sir, can I, sir, what about
Think over it, Skanda.
a thin sheet of paper, sir? A thin sheet.
No. Vihan. Everybody think of one dimension thing.
I have two. Like, you know, when you're crossing a line and then there's that really flat one red line? That?
So line is there, one dimension, correct. What other thing in one dimension? Chaitanya, Aditya, Panash. What is one dimension other objects? Can you think of, guys? You will say, "Arey, sir, think, guys, you will get it."
Sir, can be a line segment or a line?
Yes, all are this one dimension, correct. What else? Aditya, any idea? When I write, you will all
Yes,
smile. You will say,
sir.
"Arey, sir, yeah." When I
Sir,
tell you, you will all
Sir,
smile.
can I say?
Please, Aditya.
Line segment, ray, and what is it?
These all are
Yeah, that-
mathematical definition, right, Aditya? Correct.
Yes,
But I
sir.
am asking the real life. Tell me, is it an example or not? Is it an example of one dimension or not? Is it
Sir,
an example of one dimension or not?
rays?
I am asking those kind of things. You have to real life examples.
Sir, rays, sun rays.
Yes. You have to think, guys, practically. Yes, we are. These are the examples of one dimension because they have only length, no width, no breadth, no, right? Only one dimension length. Or
Light rays.
What about like a pen?
pen is not one dimension. I explained because pen has a width. Pen has a width, right? It's not.
That height also, sir, it has a height.
Sir,
Any you count. So Skanda, you tell either you assume it's a length or you assume the height. Only one thing, right?
sir,
Yes,
hairs has a width, right? You can measure it using the very smallest units like
that's what you are right.
nano and all.
That's what I'm telling you. In that case, everything. But I'm saying is visibly, if you see, hairs are very thin, right? Threads are very thin. Even thread is like that. Then pin also. So
Yeah.
yes, you can go to nano. But what I'm trying to say is visually, when you see what is the first thing coming in one dimension, that's the only length. What I'm trying to explain to everybody is, guys, one dimension means there's only one dimension, either length or height or breadth or width. One thing. Yes, we have.
What about like the way that light goes? Light goes in a straight line.
Yes. Light rays, sun rays, correct. So any more idea you can think of, Aditya, Divyam, Panash? One dimension. The idea of one dimension is only one attribute can be there. Either length or height or breadth, whichever you call it. One dimension. Cool, everybody?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please, Chaitanya.
Sir, can we alphabets?
Alphabets are not one dimension. I'll explain why. Okay. Let's try two dimension. Two dimension means there will be two dimension. Length and breadth, or length and any two dimension. Can you give me examples of two dimensions? Yes, Aditya.
Anything, sir. Like if you take a paper, for example, it's 2-dimension.
So he's
Then
saying paper is an
if you take
example. Okay.
paper is a 2-dimension object,
Yes, Divya,
as well as
But if you take an alphabet, it's a 2D shape.
alphabets, if you write on paper, it is two dimension. Okay. You can say that, correct.
and sir,
Yes, please.
you can also say all the shapes that we discussed
No.
if drawn on paper.
No.
Sir,
Not necessary. Yeah, if you draw on paper, but if you draw on 3D also. Yes, Divya and Vihan.
tape.
No. Divya,
Also,
think two dimension.
also a like what if you get an empty bag and you press it down?
Yes, that can become two dimension. Correct. Vihan, everybody use their own creativity and tell me.
The space button on the keyboard.
The space button keyboard, if it is no width, then it is two dimension. It is just like, for example, if you say ruler, right? If you see width is very small, then you can assume, okay? Because if I go by Aditya's rule, then you say everywhere has a very nanometer width, so that is different. But I'm like, say, just I'm giving you a rough example where to give idea about what is one dimension, two dimension, three dimension, four dimension. Any more examples?
Triangle, square, rectangle.
Yes.
Circle.
That's the point. Triangles.
Sir, you can also say like triangle, square, rectangle, hexagon, heptagon, octagon,
All polygons.
everything.
Right.
No, not
All
everything. Not a cuboid or cube.
Not
A
cube
sphere.
cuboid. It's about two dimensional.
Yeah.
What others? So these are not a practical example, but these are the practical examples. First three. For example, yes, Divya, shoot.
Also circles.
Circle is also two dimension, correct? How circle is two dimension? Who will explain me? Okay.
Circle has width and length, but doesn't have breadth.
Because you are right. When you say circle, you assume it says a breadth, it is a length. So two dimension, any two, right? If you are correct. So one dimension, two dimension. What are three dimensions objects, guys? Yes.
Sir,
Sir, which has length, breadth, and height.
Three dimension, can you any three times? You can say length,
sir,
breadth. 1 second, please. I'll ask everyone one by one. Everybody share. I'll ask everyone. First, Aditya, you give me one example. Then Divyam, then Vihan. Everybody give one real life example of 3D objects.
you can say printer or mouse.
So he's saying printer, mouse. Tell me, Divyam. Everybody quickly tell me one example of 3-dimension objects.
About a circular ball, a bouncy ball.
Tell me, Vihan, what is your example today? Look at your room, Vihan, and tell me any 3D object you can see.
My monitor and a painting.
Painting. Iskanda, tell me one example for your room. 3-dimension objects.
Sir, the computer.
Computer. Tell me in my hand, is it 2-dimension or 3-dimension?
3-dimension.
Why? Because it has a length,
Breadth,
it has a breadth, it has a width or height, whichever you call it, right? Book. There are many objects in the world which are 3D objects, right? Chaitanya, give me one more example.
Sir, a pencil and a pencil lead.
Right. Pencil lead, eraser, sharpener, everything around you, you see most all are 3 dimensions, correct? Agree?
Book.
Yes, Divyam. Vihan, Divyam, tell me what you're saying.
A container.
Yes, Vihan.
I was gonna say something, but I don't remember.
No problem. But the idea is everyone, Panache and everyone understood what is 1 dimension, 2 dimension, 3 dimension. Now I am going to ask you 2 challenging questions. Don't rush, think and tell me. We talked about 1 dimension, we talked about 2 dimension, we talked about 3 dimension. Can there be anything 0 dimension? Think and tell me. Can there be anything which is 0 dimension? No length, no breadth, no width, no height. Think. Yes, Divyam. Unmute, Divyam.
Oh, yeah. I think I know what could be.
What it is?
Air.
Say again.
Air.
Air. Not necessary. Aditya, tell me. Aditya, unmute.
I was also thinking of air.
Air. Okay. Vihan, Chaitanya.
Sir, it can be universe.
No, it's a multi-dimensional. Guys, you will not believe. Start from here. I just put a point, dot. No length, no breadth, no height, no width. Very thin dot, right? Point. Your whole geometry starts from 0 dimension called point. Okay, Aditya? There's the beauty. You know who is the father of geometry? Who has defined all this? This person, Euclid.
Is air? What is air? Is it 1 dimension, 2 dimensions, 3
Air,
dimensions?
air depends upon which form it takes. If you put in the bottle, it becomes 3 dimension. If you try to put, so it depends. It's a 3 dimension because air takes the shape of the container. Okay.
Okay.
So father of geometry, Euclid defined all of this. He said point. You know how he defined? He said point is dimensionless. You know how length is, how 1 dimension is defined line?
The point is
Line.
as long as my pointer.
And you know how he defined line? He defined line as line who has only length, no width. That is his. If you read, there is one book which is the world best book on math, very, very deep. The elements. It's a very huge book and it's a very, very deep book. If you read, you will find out everything Euclid said. It's a point, dimensionless. No length, no breadth, no width, no height. You talk about length, you talk about 1 dimension, line. Line has no width. So, these are 0 dimension object like dot, point. Second challenging question is, you learned about 0D, 1D, 2D, 3 dimension. What is 4 dimension then? Anybody can? Yes, please. You all watched 5D, 7D, 9D movies, somebody was saying, right?
No, I
What-
didn't watch. I only watched 3D and I didn't watch 4, 5, 6,
So tell me,
7.
Panache, okay, so tell me, Panache, before we go to 5D, 6D, 7D, tell me, Panache and everyone, you watch 2D movies and you watch 3D movies, right?
Yeah.
What is the difference geometrically?
That in 3D everything is wait, like
How you all
has
watched it,
width.
right?
It has width, length and breadth, but in 2D it only you can like only see like one side or something
Okay.
like only has length and
Aditya, how you want to explain? I want everyone to explain one by one. Yes, Aditya.
2D movies, sir. 2D movies means it's actually like you just see it on the plain screen.
Okay.
You see it on the plain screen, and there's nothing like the movies actually really happening inside the theater. But 3D movies, it seems like the characters, their edges, they're literally coming out of the
I'll
screen.
explain. You in all your sentence, you explain one word that is what I explain. One word was very important. Vihar, I'll explain that.
Okay, so I actually watched a 4D movie and it felt like we were
First,
like.
tell me what is the difference between 2D and 3D. Vihar.
Okay, well, in like 2D movies, it's not like that. Like, you can't really see the characters like that well. But in 2D.
Okay. Divyam, how you want to explain?
2D is more pixelated,
Okay.
and flat,
Okay.
and 3D is more like it looks more realistic and
Okay.
like if you
Again.
ever like go to a 3D theater, it like you could see like holographic.
I know, I have seen. What I am asking you because I want to convert your experience into mathematics. Yes, Chaitanya. All of you are saying something, but not exactly which I want to understand from the mathematical point. You all are saying correctly, but in a very practical way. I want to do in mathematical way. Yes, Chaitanya.
Sir, the 2D movie is in the 2D movie is in the screen, and the 3D movie is like coming out of the screen, and we can see the some body, some entire body of
Perfect. Thank you, everyone.
entire body
So
of.
everybody has told some important thing and some generalized thing. So between 2D and 3D movie, method will say 2D is length and breadth, 3D length, breadth, height, or length, width, whatever, or depth. So understand everybody. See, Aditya said coming out of it. Somebody of you said it's like real life experience agents. Understand the point. In 2D movie, we see the length and we see the breadth or height, two things. But if suppose somebody is throwing a stone on you or shooting you, do you see something coming to you? No. The depth you will not see, right? In 2D movies, if suppose somebody is shooting you or somebody is like throwing something at you, you do not feel that something is coming to you because it's only length and breadth, flat. But 3D is depth of third dimension, length, breadth, and the vertical depth or which dimension? Where when somebody is coming to you, feel something is coming to you. Remember, you would have done so many times when something coming, you do like that, right? Or somebody thing hit you. Why? Because the depth, you are able to visualize the depth also. Correct? Have you noticed that, right, in 3D movies? Why it looks so realistic? Because length is okay, breadth is okay, but you will see something coming to you or going away from you. Correct? The third dimension, depth. Like if you everybody put your hand like this, thumb on up. This is on the left or right. This is on the front. This shows you length. This shows you height of the picture. But this thing showing the depth or coming to yours, right? And you all notice that all three perpendicular. We'll talk about it. All three lines are perpendicular to each other. 3 dimension means yes. Something coming to you, right, Aditya? When you see something go, you'll say, oh, suppose even the water is flowing, it's coming to your side. You'll like suppose somebody puts the water, you'll say, oh, something is coming to you, right? So you see the depth, you feel the depth. That is third. Length, breadth, or depth, length, breadth, or height, width, whatever. Yes, Aditya.
Sir, when I was like in India, I went to this Jungle Book movie, okay, 3D movie.
Okay.
So in that, it seems like the characters, they were coming out of the screen and walking on the platform, actually walking on the platform.
So you know why it appears like that? Because now you are adding the depth which you can visualize. Correct? You are right. So that is about 2D and that is about 3D movies. No, somebody said you have seen 5D. Very nice. How? Because you can see length, you can see breadth, you can see depth. But somebody say you will also feel something is, some water is sprinkling, right? There is another dimension. You feel the watering. You also feel some kind of very nice fragrance in some movies, right? You can smell, they put something, right? You also can see somewhere your seat, where you are sitting, it will vibrate. What they are doing? They are adding one more.
Yes, sir.
Different dimension. Somebody said some different lights they are putting on you or on the screen. So dimensions. So we are adding the dimensions. How many dimensions are there now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You keep adding. Yes, Aditya.
Sir, actually like this, in most of the movie theaters, if you want the real life experience, what they'll do, they'll automatically add these fragrance, vibration, light things to the seat itself.
Exactly.
So when you
You are
want
right.
to feel the vibration, the seat will vibrate, you will vibrate with it. The fragrance with something like perfume adders in the seat will you
That's what
can
I'm saying.
smell
You are
it.
right. You are very right, Aditya. That's what I'm saying. That's why they create 7D experience, 90 experience, because they will keep adding the dimension. You can see depth, you will start moving, you will smell the good fragrance, you will see a different light, you will start feeling realistic, right? That is what it's all geometry thing. Okay.
Can sound a dimension?
Sound also is kind of one. See again, sound is sense. See how dimension comes. It comes from senses, right? We have our own senses, right? We can smell, we can speak, we can listen, we can
Uh,
feel, right?
What is the highest
Sir?
limits? Is there no
There is no
limit to
highest. There is no limit.
dimensions?
There is no limit because you keep adding. Tomorrow you start innovation. You create one more dimension, right? So you think about 100 years ago. Did 100 years ago those kind of movies were there where you can vibrate your seat or fragrance? No, right? You keep
No.
adding the dimension, right? You keep adding dimension.
Is there 100D?
Sir,
It can be anything.
sir,
Yes, Aditya.
for this 7D, 6D, 5D, can we say the examples as virtual reality? High-tech virtual realities will
It is
have
also
7D
VR is also like that,
dimensions.
Aditya. Yes, VR is also adding one more dimension because you are sitting at home using that VR device. You feel that you are in a stadium. It's also a dimension. Yes, virtual reality. Yes, right. VR is sitting at his home, but when he use VR, he feel that he is in a theater. Correct. It can happen, right? VR. It's all dimension, right? So this is all. That is how they are making or we are making. The world is technology is making you feel more realistic. So that is about dimension. Let's move more on geometry. So we talked about point. Point is dimensionless. Write down. Zero dimension. So when you take 2 points, I take 1 point, I take another point. And when you join 2 points, it become a line. See, this is how zero dimension become 1 dimension. Join 2 points, form a line. Agree? So line has only length, right? So how many different types of lines you know, guys? We talked about zero dimension. So we talked about line 1 dimension.
So I know,
Point become line.
few lines. Can I tell?
No, wait. So we'll write down now. Types of lines. Tell me, Skanda.
Sir, one is the straight line.
Straight line,
One is slanting line.
slanting line,
Sir, another one is sleeping line.
sleeping line. What else? Anybody else?
Horizontal line, sir. Horizontal line.
I'll explain. Many of these are common things, but I'll explain in a mathematical way. Tell me how many lines.
Vertical line. Vertical
Vertical
line.
line. Tell me, Chaitanya. Tell me, everybody, Vihan, one by one.
Sir,
Yes.
can we say as line segments, rays and all?
That will come to that later on. That is more deep. First, we're taking life of lines. So, guys, these are all different names. But you know what? There are only 3 types of lines. There's all different names. You can say curved line, right? Point is dimensionless, right, Panash? So there are different types of line. But if you ask me, there are only majorly 2 types of line. In both the types, there are 3 types. What? Only 2 types of line. Either it is straight line.
Sir, vertical and horizontal line, sir.
No, Skanda, horizontal and vertical also straight line. This I'm telling you. It's all different names. There are only 2 types of line, straight line and curved line.
Yes, sir.
Now,
There are straight lines. Straight
I'll
lines,
explain.
they come in. You can go to
So,
3
like, this is straight
categories
line.
in straight
I'll
lines.
make a category. You are right, very right, Aditya. So, Skanda, this is a straight line. You can call it this is a vertical line. You call this a slant line. You can say sleeping line. But all are the straight lines or not, Skanda?
But the same thing,
All
sir.
are straight
It's
lines.
just
All are straight line in different angles. We'll talk about it. That's why at the broad level, there are only two types of line: straight line or curved line. Curved line means what? Like this. This is a curved line. This is a curved line. This is curved line. Correct or not?
Correct, sir.
yes,
So
sir.
straight line, or listen very carefully, guys. I know I asked you earlier. No, it's my turn to explain it. Mathematically, there are two major types of lines: straight line or curved line. So in both the category, both the types, there are categories, which I'll explain. Categories. So straight line or curved line. Now, both straight line or curved line, straight line can be categorized as there are only three categories. Either you say parallel line, it's a maths, guys, or intersecting lines, or there are only three categories. In that you can tell different. I'll tell you. There are only three categories: parallel lines, intersecting lines, coincident lines. So you might say, sir, vertical, horizontal, perpendicular. These all are different names of one of these three. Who will tell me what is parallel line first? What is parallel line first? Yes, Chaitanya. Aditya, I'll come to you. Chaitanya.
Sir, parallel lines are which is not come to meet, like there is a line and
They will never meet.
yes.
Parallel lines. Yes, Aditya, tell me your idea of parallel lines now.
Parallel lines, sir. They can be like 5, 6, 7 infinity sets of lines, but they should be in the same distance and never ever meet.
So second thing, what see, I am summarizing what you told me, everybody. For Chandra said they will never meet. Aditya said they will never meet, but Aditya told one more important thing, sir. They have at the same distance. Means what? Distance from this point to this point is same. Distance from this point is same. Distance from this two point is same. You put any 2 points on a parallel line, exactly one below other. Suppose it's 1 point, you put it here. You put exactly below. The distance between these 2 points will be same. Then only it's a parallel line, right? That is what I was just saying. So there are two ways of saying parallel lines. First, they will never meet. Secondly, the distance between both the points, or distance between 2 points on a line, on two different lines, will always be same. Good. Now I want everybody to tell me 3 examples of real life where you have seen parallel lines. Yes, Divyam first. First Divyam, then Aditya, then
Railing, railings,
railings, railway lines. Very good. Tell Aditya. Next one.
Sir, you can see it in the, what is this? The width of roads and all. You can
Width
see the
of the edges of the
sidewalks.
road, right? Very good.
Yeah.
Very good. Chaitanya, one more. I want everyone to visualize. See, why we are doing geometry? We are not doing theoretical geometry. You can read in the books. We are trying to make it practical to visualize. Tell me, Chaitanya, then Divyam. Practical example of parallel line.
Sir, it can be a distance of floor and bed, and can be a distance of railway line, and can be a distance of roads.
That is what Aditya already said. Roads and but I want any other example, Divyam.
Sir, ceiling.
Yeah, ceiling. If you take the edges, yes. Divyam, then Vihan.
I have
Chanda.
2. The handles on the fridge,
Correct. Other.
and also the top and bottom parts of a chair.
Correct. Good.
Leg of a chair, basically.
Very good. Wait, Aditya, wait. Vihan. Everyone should get a chance, guys. Vihan. Vihan, look at your room. Look at the wall of your room. Do you see somewhere straight line? Do you see parallel lines on your door, on your that poster?
On the like the side of my poster.
See on the door. See on your door. On your door, the rectangle is there. Those are parallel lines or not?
Yeah.
On your door, white door, if you see that rectangle, right? Those vertical lines, those are parallel, right?
Yes.
Who else? Skanda, then Aditya.
So,
Sir,
Sir, can I?
Quickly, Aditya, before Skanda, quickly tell me one each.
Yes, sir. The tablets and the computers that everyone's are
Yes.
attending now, their edges, even the
Yes.
zooms,
Yes.
camera, video, they have equal parallel lines.
Right. Even if I ask you, if you write a letter, suppose if I write letter H, do you see any parallel line in H or not? Tell me, guys.
No.
No parallel line here?
Hmm.
What do you think? No parallel line?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
We do see. We do,
They-
sir.
I thought you meant a small h.
Nah. See, parallel lines are so many places, right? Even if I say E, do you see the parallel lines here or no?
Yep. 3 parallel
Yes,
lines.
Three
sir.
horizontal, right? So parallel lines. But tell me, nobody said this. I was expecting this. In ladder, you see the ladder?
Yeah.
In ladder,
It's
there is a
parallel.
correct? You have to think out of the box. The parallel line
But
means
not
will never be.
but not the alphabets of letters. They are
Not alphabets. I'm saying actual ladder.
that's not parallel.
Good. Divyam, tell the last one, then we'll move on.
Technically, stairs have parallel lines too.
Who?
Stairs.
Yes, chair can also. See, it all depends. Every object. Even if I see this notebook, the edges are yes, parallel lines. Aditya, what you showing? Right. So that is about parallel lines. Now let's talk about intersecting lines. What are intersecting lines, Skanda?
Second intersection.
What are intersecting lines, Skanda?
Sir, intersecting lines are lines which connect to each other, sir.
Which touches each other, cross each other, this and these are intersecting lines or not?
Yes, sir. Which go through each other, sir. Which
Correct.
go through.
Even this and these are intersecting
Sir.
lines or not?
Sir, actually, in one more thing, I wanted to tell about intersecting lines.
Yes, please.
There is also one more category. In intersecting lines, there is perpendicular lines.
I'm coming to that.
Perpendicular
You
lines are the lines
are right.
that are, meet at 90-degree angle.
Right. Correct. So when somebody said, sir, perpendicular line, sir, some zigzag lines, sir, it's all are intersecting lines. So lines will either be parallel or they will intersect, right? So when we'll talk about angles, we'll talk about perpendicular also. But the main point is intersecting. So tell me which letter in alphabet you can see intersecting line very easily.
X.
Correct? Aditya already wrote X, correct, right? Where you can see
Sir,
intersecting lines, right?
Sir, can Y?
Even Y can have intersecting line because see intersecting
What
line
are
is what?
intersecting
Z?
lines?
Z. Anyone?
Intersecting line is when they either touch each other, cross each other, right? Panash?
W.
W also. Whenever lines are meeting or
Everything has.
crossing,
Sir, A.
Everything has.
no,
Sorry.
not everything has. Tell me where is the intersecting line in this letter, guys? Don't tell everything. It's not everything, okay? There's intersecting line here, no, right?
Everything is intersecting.
Where is intersecting here? Tell me.
Everything is meeting. The whole line of O is meeting itself.
No, we are hearing when two lines are meeting, not about itself. See, everywhere we are saying two lines, right?
Yeah.
Intersecting lines, not line. Single line cannot meet it, right? Other. Everybody agree? Is
Yeah.
everybody clear about parallel and intersecting line, guys? Divyam, you want to say something? So, guys, we'll move on. Everybody is clear about intersecting line and parallel line. Divyam, tell me last one quickly.
But technically, if you connect two C's, it would become a no.
See, that is different thing.
Yeah.
5 foot. So, but I was saying, oh, see, that is total different thing you are saying. Correct. But I never made two C's. I made O, right? And this is like two curvy lines meeting, but they're intersecting here. You are right. But when I made O, it's a single, I said, right? Idea of intersecting is when two lines touches, two lines at least. Two are intersecting. So now tell me, guys.
Sir,
Sir, O
can we
is
say like, you know, a ladder, right?
Yes.
Everybody says ladder is a parallel line, but if you take the ladders that the mechanics used to get on top of the house roofs and to fix the light bulbs and all,
Like
you
this, right?
see that there are two like this, so they intersect at each other.
So you can
There
say
are two parts of them.
right. You can say vertical lines are parallel, the horizontal lines are parallel, but vertical and horizontal together are intersecting. Correct? Yes. Got it, guys?
Yes, sir.
So no, I said parallel lines, I said intersecting lines. Then what is coincident lines?
sir, O is curved line, na?
O is curved one. Yes. So what is coincident then? We talked about parallel, we talked intersecting. What is coincident then? Any idea, Chaitanya?
Excuse me, sir. It can be that made on incident.
Means what?
Sir, it can that made that does not know it, but it made incidentally.
No. Shall explain. Intersecting lines were those lines which are meeting or crossing at one point, correct?
Yeah.
But coincident lines are lines which are touching each other at every point. That is coincident. You can see green and red here. Green and red are a coincident line because they are touching at every point. All in fact. Intersect lines are touching at only one point, right?
Maybe at 2. If it's like an 8.
No, that would you are still going to curve. So Panash, you are thinking differently. What I'm trying to say, you are not see intersecting line means when they cross each other at one point. No, multiple lines here, but I think this is meeting or touching at one point, right? This one.
I know, but what if an alphabet meets 2 times? It goes and then meets once and then meets
Different
second.
lines, na. They're two different lines, na, Panash.
Yeah.
We are see. I am not telling about suppose say. Listen, if I say make suppose this, and I make this, we are talking one line and then three different lines are meeting. This is a different thing, right? Or even if I say A, letter A. If you talk about Panash, only two, one line is this and one line is this, meeting at one point, correct?
Yeah.
So intersection happen at one point only. No straight line can intersect any straight line at 2 points. Can any straight line intersect any other straight line at more than 1 point? Tell me, guys. Panash, tell me.
No.
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm saying any straight line, when intersect any other straight line, only 1 point. That is why the third category is coincident, where you can say everywhere it's meeting here, it's meeting here, or line on one above other, on top of it. Those are coincident. Cool, everybody? Types of lines. So that can happen in straight line also, that can happen in curved line also. Can you tell me where? Can you tell me, guys, where is the parallel line you see? Where in the world or where in the objects you see parallel curved lines?
Sir, can pages sir coincident line?
Which one, Chaitanya?
Sir, can pages a coincident line?
Pages.
Pages.
Pages means what? The book pages, is it?
Yes, sir.
No, they all are. See, no, I'm trying to understand. Pages means what? You show me. Are you showing the lines on the page? Think about it. Maybe ask me. So there are only three types. Either we can say parallel, or we can say intersecting, or we can say coincident. Maybe ask me what you're trying to ask me.
But
Yes, please.
almost most of the double handles are parallel lines.
Yes, parallel line also exists a lot, and intersection line also exists a lot. Lot many. Any question on all these lines, type of lines? I asked one question which nobody answered yet.
Ma'am,
Where in the world you see parallel curved lines?
Does it also count if there's like an O, like it's curved but it joins in the end, like it's an O, and two parallel O's,
You can say like this.
two parallel O's.
You
I
make
mean.
some kind of a track.
Yeah, like this, like a parallel O's.
So it is not meeting O's. It's like you can say it's like what this is like. This is like
Sir,
the curve.
you can also put an S, sir.
Like, do you see the globe? What on the globe you see the line of longitude and longitude, right?
Yeah,
What kind of lines are they?
sir, rainbow.
curved.
Curved lines, and they are parallel, right? The distance between them is same, right?
Yeah.
Yes, on the globe. Show Aditya to everyone. Those are curved lines but parallel, right? Those latitudes and longitudes. Got everybody? And curved lines are also
Sir,
known as.
what about the letter S, sir? What about the letter S, sir? Isn't it a parallel curved line?
I'll explain. Curved lines are also known as skewed lines. Okay?
Sir,
Skewed.
but is
I'll
the
explain
S-
1 second. So parallel curved lines are also known as skewed lines. No, he's saying S. What you're trying to ask me now. He said one line or two lines first? Tell me. Skanda, the letter S is one line or two lines?
line ones. Two lines, sir.
Line, na?
Sir, rainbow.
Single line, right? Skanda?
Yeah, sir. Is it close?
It's a single line. When we talk about parallel lines, we are talking intersecting lines, coincidence. There are more than one line, two lines, three lines, four lines, right, Skanda?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
Oh, okay,
Sir,
sir.
can we
Okay,
have
sir.
rainbow line? Rainbow line.
Rainbow. So if you see rainbow, there are a lot of different color patches in parallel, right? But it's also curved. If you see this, rainbow is also curved line, which is also having equal distance, right? This. So you can say it's curved. It's a good example. Rainbow is a good example of curved lines which are parallel, right? So is everybody clear about parallel lines, intersecting lines, and coincident lines? Everybody clear?
Sir, can you tell coincident examples of coincident?
Coincident comes when there is a line. We'll talk about this is a line, right? You say this is a line, and on top of that, you make another line segment. This is line segment. So if I say my BC is a line segment, and AD is another line segment. So BC and AD are coincident. They are coincident line because BC lies exactly on top of. Or when you're writing something, I wrote something. Suppose if I write, say, ABC, and I underline them. Let's say, let me write ABC, XYZ, and
Underline them.
let me tell you what I'm trying to say. And if I say, I underline them, and then I feel, oh, XYZ is more important. XYZ is more important. I again underline only this part. So they become coincident, right? Coincident means lying each other. That's it. Coincident means lying exactly on each other. Okay?
Yeah.
That's it.
Sir,
So, yes, please.
sir, it is a part of a big line.
You can say that, yes. Coincident line meeting each other at infinite points, right? Why? It's meeting it here, it's meeting it here, infinite point it's meeting. Correct? Agree?
Is it infinite or does it end sometime all the points, or is it always infinite?
No. I am saying it meeting at infinite points.
Is it?
Line
Is
is depending upon his line segment or line. That doesn't
No,
matter.
I meant, is it meeting on infinite points, or is it like a limit, but a very, very big limit?
It's meeting on infinite point.
Okay.
There is no limit. Now, tell me what is the difference between line, ray, and line segment? Tell me. Yes, Chaitanya.
Sir, the line is the universe. The line is the universe. It can be a universe that can never end. A ray is that is a one ending point. And the line segment is that we tell that we say it is a line, but it is a line segment, a small line.
So if you see this, the first example is line. It's not ending at both the either side. It's a line. Ray is ending at one time, that pointing to one direction. Line segment is closed at both. This is my line segment. A, B is a line segment.
Sir, it is a basically there is
A-
too many lines.
Line segment is AB. Means it is stopped at both, closed at both the side. AB is a line segment on the line. Let's say this line is called KL. On line L, this is a line segment AB. So line will never end. Ray will end at one end of direction, one direction. Line segment will be bidirectional, and both the endpoints shows you that how much big or small the line segment. Now tell me if any question is still. Vihan, Skanda, what is line, what is ray, what is line segment? Any question still?
Line segment is in one direction, never ending. Line is both ending.
Line segment is both direction, not one direction.
And
Ray is
ray
one
is
direction.
one.
Correct?
Yeah.
So if I put this kind of figure, and if I put this,
Oh, what?
and if I put this, wait, I'll put the name also. And if I say this is A, this is B, this is A, okay?
Yeah.
This is C, this is D, this is E,
Yeah.
this is F,
Yeah.
this is G, this
Yeah.
is H. Tell me which one is ray, which one is line segment, which one is line.
Sir,
Sir,
Which one is the ray here?
sir,
can I say A to C? A to C is a ray,
Okay,
and D to B is a ray.
okay.
C to D is also a ray.
Yeah, in opposite. C to D is ray, you can say.
A
sir,
to E, A to F,
But
F
better to
E,
say AC is a ray. Yes,
H
please.
to D
What about AF?
is also
ray.
What about EF?
A to F. A to F. A to
AF
F.
is also
E.
ray. EF is also
And
ray.
E to F.
So,
and
everything
then
is a ray. Almost everything
can-
is a ray.
not
sir,
everything.
everything is a ray.
You can say it as a DC is a ray, EH is a
So I'll
ray,
give you example of rays. Here AF is ray,
DG,
The ray.
EF is ray.
EH.
You can say DB is ray. You can say AC is ray. Correct? More bigger.
Sir,
A,
DH.
B, AB
DH.
is a
Which are
ray,
line
DH.
AC is a ray, AD is a ray, DC is a DC is a ray, DB is a ray, BC is a ray.
AD we cannot call it. I don't
C
put
is
the
a
arrow
ray.
there. So I stopped there, but I never stopped that means the arrow. So that's fine. What are line segments here?
Line segments H
Sir,
to
C and
G,
B. Sir, C and B.
BC is a line segment. Correct?
Sir,
BC.
C.
BC, as well as A to
AF,
E,
AF, AF. No.
A to E, A to E, A
AF
to
is
E.
more a ray.
Sir, A to E and A to
If I
D.
put,
A
yeah,
to
if
E,
I
A to D.
put this point here, na, then you can understand what I'm doing.
A to
And
B, A to C, B to C, B to A, C
so
to
the
A.
point is, if it is pointing to one
B, A, B,
direction, it's a ray. If it is
PPE.
closed at both the ends, it is segment. Otherwise, it's a line. G is a line, correct?
Yeah.
Everybody is clear
Yes,
what is line?
sir.
So when we say line,
Yes,
and because
sir.
we are going to do tomorrow angles, so lines are important and how angles are formed using the lines. So line has to
Right angles.
talk about all angles tomorrow. Now, what I want you to tell, can you tell me from A to Z, capital letters, how many letters? Think about it. Does not have. Last question. Any straight line. Think fast.
Oh,
Sir, I think CNO. Sir, B. Also B. D.
Guys, you don't think a lot. You cannot be so fast. Think about it and tell me.
Oh.
I am asking how many. First, you tell me how many.
One, sir, one.
Which one? Only or?
Wait.
Think, guys. I am asking you to think and tell me the last question. A to Z capital letter. How many letters?
Got it, sir.
Tell me.
Only 3 letters
Which
in the
letters?
entire alphabet. There is O,
O.
and then there is U,
Sir, 11
and
letters.
there is C.
Letter.
C.
So he saying UOC. You tell me other examples. Who is saying? Panash?
I have
Sir,
7.
11.
Who is saying 11?
Sir, I Chaitanya.
Chaitanya, tell me which 11?
Sir, C O B D G J P Q R S U.
Tell me, Chaitanya, indeed, this vertical, this is a straight line or not the straight line here?
Yes, sir.
This is straight line, na? So this is not counted. So think again, all again, okay? Yes, who else? So Aditya said O, U, and C. Others, please. What do you think, Skanda, Vihan, Divyam, Panash? You have to think there.
O, U, and C. I'm not sure if G is one, but I'm sure about O and U and C.
Sir, Q and S, sir.
J.
Q and S.
What
I'm not
about,
so sure about
Sir,
J.
what about S? S will definitely has.
Sir, C
Oh,
Q also has no straight line. S doesn't have. G has a straight line. See the G? That
C
part.
O.
I meant J. I meant J. I meant J.
Sir,
Wait,
for actually
Yeah, J.
some,
Sir, there
I'm
are
typing
five.
I'm
Yes,
typing a Q in chat. Sir,
I
I'm
know. If
typing,
you put a straight line on Q like that, then it is not. So it depends on the
Sir,
font also, right?
I'm
Aditya?
typing a Q on chat. So this Q does not have a curved line. It has a straight
No,
line.
that is not
I
straight. That is
meant
curved.
this.
If you zoom it, na, Aditya, it's a curve. It's
I
not.
meant this J.
I'll come to that. I'll come to that.
This one doesn't have any straight line.
Let me answer one by one. So what Aditya is saying, Aditya, see, if you say Q na, generally the right way to a Q is this is the circle. It's not a straight. That is not correct. You do that and then you put little bit of curve. Okay. But again, I am not debating because the objective is about maths. So if you see straight line in your font on your computer, then it's straight. If you don't see, the idea is O, U, C definitely have no straight line. Even S doesn't have straight line. Q depends on what font you are using, correct? Now J. You can say J also, right or not?
Yeah. Because by me, J is written like that with no line above.
But if you don't write line above, then it is no straight. But when you write like this, then it's so again font depends. Yes, Vihan. Close it, Vihan.
I have so many.
Tell me.
Go up. Okay, here it is. V.
V is a straight line, na? Both are straight lines.
No, they're slanted.
Slanted also a straight line, na, Vihan?
Oh yeah. U.
U is
Oh,
correct.
Yeah.
Y.
Y also straight line. Slanted are all straight lines.
Oh yeah.
Check again, Vihan. Y is all straight line. Curved, We are talking about no straight line. Okay. So I leave you everybody with this thought. That is what about lines and different types of objects. Okay, guys?
6 in total, including J and Q, and excluding 4.
You can't include J because J has on top. You always write J on top something. Okay, you don't write like.
But in mines, it does never write it on top.
That's something. The font matters here. But concept is clear, everyone.
Yeah.
Any question?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, why don't you give homework?
Very good question. You know, no, I have not sent homework because none of you asked for it. I always believe students should ask for homework. Initially, I sent all and nobody was saying anything. So last week I stopped homework because I want to see how many you asked. If you ask the homework, I'll send it. It should be student interest, right, Chaitanya?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So if student asks, I'm going to send it. If student don't want to ask, they don't know what to do. Fine. So see you everybody tomorrow. Bye bye.
See you. Bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye,
Bye.
sir.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye, sir.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, sir.